So I logged in on my desktop, or
Yeah.
my laptop, I should say, and that was no
Yes.
problem. But you can't call in from the desktop on the website. You have to
Yeah.
download the app
Well, they need to fix.
to
They
your
really
mobile
need to
device,
fix
and
that.
then use your mobile device to call in.
Yeah, they need to fix that shit.
Yeah, I should be able to do this on my laptop. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean, yeah, anybody, desktop, laptop, phone, tablet, whatever, however you listen to this, you should be able to call in. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like I started this up and I went on to the phone app just to see, make sure it's running smooth. And I kept getting an error every time I tried to log in there. I'm like, what the hell? And there was this error message at the top of my desktop saying something about live streaming from a different device. Please end live. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh shit, I guess I'm logged into the Podbean app under this show. I thought I was under JFW. So I log out, log back in as JFW, go on to here. Everything's working fine, everything, but it's still showing the error at the top. And then I was going to type and leave a message because I thought I saw, a couple people here. And I was like, hey guys, we're going to get started as soon as Cartoon Joe jumps in here. And when I go to press enter, it kept saying error. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I go to just like, fucking, I'll shut down the live stream and start it back up because obviously there's something. So I go to click end and it says I can't click end because I'm not logged in. And I'm like, how the hell am I not logged in if I'm running a fucking live stream right now?
Seriously.
So I go to exit. I can't fucking exit because it gives me the same error about logging in. So I just had to shut down the search engine, the fucking Explorer, open it back up, log back in, and the show's still going.
I'm glad it's going.
So that's a thing.
Hey, I just had to unplug it and plug it back in, and now it's working.
It's like a video game cartridge. Just blow on the end a little bit.
Right? I just had to blow on the end a little bit.
I don't know if I'll ever not try doing that on everything that doesn't work for me.
Right?
Because I seriously do it on fucking everything. It's like, oh, this fucking microphone cord's not working. Just blow on the fucking end. The power's not going to this. Unplug it, blow it on the end, Your buddy's not doing what he wants.
Hey, you know what? He probably would if he's not too freaked out.
That's true. Joe, we're just going to sit here for a while and talk about whatever while drinking coffee. Well, I'm drinking coffee. I don't want to assume that you're drinking coffee.
I am.
Are you drinking coffee?
I am.
Awesome. Nice.
I got some pretty good coffee for Christmas from my father-in-law.
Oh, Keurig, no, you don't use a Keurig. You actually have like a press thing, right? Or a grinder.
I do have a grinder, and I get whole bean coffee for Christmas quite often. And then so I ground it up this morning and threw it in my. I've been using an auto drip lately, just a regular old coffee maker, because it makes a lot of coffee at once, and I drink a lot of coffee. I drink probably a good 32 ounces a day just to start my day. So
yeah, it's a lot of coffee, bro.
What?
That's a lot of coffee.
Oh yeah.
I honestly can't say I remember the last time I had a coffee, but I'm gonna say I do enjoy the. Oh, okay. So the last time I had a coffee was before the coffee cups that I have started collecting dust on top of it. So it's been that long.
Wow.
Just noticed that because I grabbed one of my little traveler cup once. I was like, I want a big fucking coffee because I do want to get at least an hour and a half or two out of this, and I don't want to keep going back and forth for fucking coffee. So I'm just gonna grab one of my 20-ounce cups and I'm just gonna get a fucking coffee.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just been a while, and I don't know why. I always used to drink coffee in the morning, like straight black coffee.
Yeah. I think it comes and goes. There are times where I'll go a whole week or two without it, just because it's like I just don't feel like making it or buying it.
Yeah.
And it's no big deal. Like I don't really get caffeine headaches. I'm not like I'm not dependent on it. I drink it because I enjoy it. So
I gotcha.
yeah.
I got you.
I do like to pretend that I'm dependent on it because then in the morning I can, like, if I'm being like incompetent or I'm having trouble finding my words, I'm just like, I haven't had my coffee yet. People are like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
So you just use it as a valid reason to be a dick.
Basically,
That's what, dude.
or
That's what.
confused, just a confused old man.
Well, that's incognate, isn't it? Not incompetent. There's a difference in that, right? Incognate and incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I do the same thing with fucking smoking all the time. I just sit there, like, you know what? I gotta go outside and smoke real quick, and then I'll come back and I'll deal with this problem and everything. And that's never really the case. I just don't want to deal with it at that moment.
Yeah, they should just like they let smokers have breaks to smoke.
Yeah.
Normal, not normal, but non-smokers.
I like how you wanted to say not normal, but went back to the word normal.
I know. I'm just finishing my first cup of coffee now.
Not, normal people. Well, not normal people, but no,
yeah, I was looking for non-smoker, and that R kept sneaking in. Mm-hmm. Non-smokers should be allowed to just take breaks like that too. It's wild. Maybe it is like that at your company, but I feel like, culturally it's not as acceptable.
Yeah. Titus Peter, thank you for joining. Mari or Mary was here earlier, but she, I guess she booked it. Not a coffee drinker, I guess.
I will say, I did tell my wife, like, hey, like 20 minutes from now, if you could come take my cup and refill it.
Yes, my dog ain't gonna do that for me. Yeah. So I did. Not only do I have a 20-ounce coffee here next to me, ready to go, but I also got 32 ounces of iced tea to kind of follow up just in case. So if for some reason I do run out of coffee, and we're in the middle of something, or we can't catch a quick lull. Yeah. I can run down and just make another coffee. I left a Keurig on, so it's warming. My company, I see. Here's a weird thing. I'm the only smoker in my entire building.
Really?
Like, I'm the only person who smokes at my office. And there's not a lot of people. It's like maybe 20, 25 people at the most. Maybe that's probably like an overshot. But I'm the only smoker in that entire office. And so really the smoke break rule only applies to me. And I know I take advantage of it, a little too much. I think I go out like every 2 hours. But it's like 7 minutes. And I don't, I justify it by not really taking a lunch.
Mm-hmm.
My day goes by quick enough to where I don't need to, tuck away for like 30 minutes. Plus, we only have legit 8-hour days. We're not working like 9-hour days because of a 1-hour lunch or anything like that. Titus, why would you leave? We were just getting into something. See, that's the problem with listeners on this thing, man. So they just want to come in, listen a little bit, like, let's find out what else is on. Not contribute in the chats after I say hi. Not give your input on coffee.
Searching through the radio like you're driving.
Yeah.
And you don't have your presets.
Right. I miss them.
Not have presets.
I could honestly tell you, I would if I could.
Oh, okay.
But my radio hasn't worked in my truck in 3 years.
Oh, see, that would make sense then.
Yeah, you know that we listened to Spotify quite a bit through Indiana last year.
That is true. I kind of forgot about it because
I surely didn't. It was weird when I was working out at Sitco, and we had to use like a work truck to drive around the refinery to pick up samples and stuff. It was weird having a radio to listen to, and I didn't remember any radio stations because I haven't tuned a radio to a radio station in 3 years. I'm just like, I don't know what it was. So yeah, I'm sitting there scrolling through trying to find them and everything, and I found the ones that I liked. I listened to like the classic rock or country classic rock or country during the week. Weekends, I listen to Christian rock and everything. So I found like my 3. But then, as soon as I left, I never touched another radio again, and I don't remember. I know the names of the ones, like K-Love and Shine.fm, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't tell you, like 90. I think it was 97.9 is K-Love, like, because they bought out that Q Rock or whatever it was.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm. Something like that. But anyways, yeah. So I'm the only person that smokes, and I do believe that they should give people the ability. I mean, like they even have these. It's not a rule, but they have those like strongly suggested breaks that people should be taking.
Oh, good.
No, not. I'm not saying for just for my company, like everywhere, all over the
Yeah.
country, probably all over the world. We're like when you
Oh,
work
I
a
know
desk
definitely
job.
in Illinois.
Yeah, so like when you're working like a desk job and stuff like that, so you don't become lethargic or whatever the fuck it is. They joked about it on The Office. That you want to step away from your computer so you don't like strain your eyes, and you want to get up and walk around so you're not stationary or sedentary or whatever the fuck it is all day. So my smoke break is kind of like that. So I'm just not sitting there all day, hunched over a desk because it's a little too short for me or something. And I fucking hate my desk. I wish my desk was kind of like the height of my desk here at home, where I could actually wheel myself all the way up to my desk, but I'm not like, except for the desk in my office, I have to, wheel back to a point where the arms are hitting the corner and I got to hunch over the desk, and it's just uncomfortable. Yeah. So realistically, if I had a better desk, I'd probably smoke a lot less. So it's on work now that I smoke.
All right. That seems fair. And I know my voice sounds sarcastic, but I mean it sincerely.
I'd be fine if you meant it sarcastically. I mean, this is like realistic.
That's what I was just thinking about. Like, if your work is not accommodating your size, it's you're not your desk isn't too short because you're fat. Your desk is short because you're tall.
Yeah, it's
you're a big guy.
Yeah. If the desk was unaccommodating because of my weight, I'd have no problem with it. They just they got the same furniture for everybody and shit like that, and I think what it is, if I got a better chair, then maybe it'd be a little bit different. It's just weird. I'm not a big fan of corner desks even to begin with. Like I said, like my corner desk I have here at my house, I love it because it's taller and the armrest and everything can fit underneath it. But I don't like corner desks when they're a little bit shorter and stuff because it's almost like like when I scooch in to a point where I can, it's almost like I got a TV dinner tray on my fucking lap.
Right.
And not only that, they got one of those under drawers that you slide out and put like pencils and pens and fucking like
3 or 4 inches of
clearance. Yeah, which is a useless fucking drawer, but still love my job though. Can't complain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
What we got? We got an hour and 10 minutes left, or an hour and 40 minutes left. Perfect. Last night we made a longer time. What the hell? Come back. We got stuff.
Sometimes I get on. I just kind of zone out, and I hop on Facebook, and I go to Marketplace, and I just look to see what people are selling. Like I'm not really paying attention to it, and it just gives me something to do while I'm chatting or talking or listening on the podcast.
What are you looking at on Market? What are you looking at on Marketplace?
Nothing in particular. I'm just scrolling through it, seeing what there is, and I saw like a Mac Pro something for $149, so I clicked that just to see, and it's an old Mac Pro tower, which is kind of neat, but you'd have to upgrade it.
I've been wanting to get a gaming computer for quite some time, so I could play this role playing Grand Theft Auto game, and I can't pull the trigger on buying something that's $1,000 fucking dollars on the cheap end. So it's just like I don't. It's because like I said, like I would love to buy it. I mean, I'm getting bored of the fucking games I have now. It's like, well, if I could buy this, I could play the game. But it's like, am I really going to spend $1,000 fucking dollars on something I'm only using for one thing? Because I don't know if I'd use it to like do this shit. you know?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And
'cause
if you're
like,
gonna, are you talking about a desktop? Is that what would be $1,000
yes.
desktop? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean that's a pretty good value for a gaming computer for a desktop.
Is it?
But I think so. Because like, well,
I see that thing. I don't know anything about computers.
I guess
I asked Colin, I asked Colin for his opinion on shit and stuff like that.
yeah.
He's like, well, you need to get something that has this. I'm like, he's like, Colin, don't tell me what the stuff needs. Just tell me something that has that shit and throw me something. It's like when I asked Derek, like, hey, I need, ideas on equipment that we need to buy for the, the podcast and the network and shit. And he sends me links to things like, I recommend this one or this one, but stay away from this one. This, like, perfect. But when I asked Colin, I'm like, Colin, tell me a gaming tower, tell me a gaming desktop that I need to play this game. He's like, well, it needs to have this kind of spec and this is spec. And I'm like, awesome. What desktop has that? He's like, well, you gotta look. I'm like, you motherfucker. I don't know what I'm looking for. And I know if
Right.
I buy one, I'm like, here, I got this one. It was $700. He's like, yeah, but the graphic card in that one is not really good. And it doesn't really meet the specs needed to play the game. It's like, exactly.
Come over here and bring me a table so I can flip it at you.
But like the people who run that's not, because basically it's Grand Theft Auto 5, but they converted it into what they call a 5M server. But you get you when you go into it, you could play, like, basically it is GTA 5 live, like the live world or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But there's just more to it. You could be a cop, you could be an EMS, you could be a firefighter, you could be a garbage man, a construction worker. You could
that's cool.
just
And
be
so,
like
when you can just play that character through. It's not like there's a DM telling you what to do and stuff.
exactly, yeah. It's like one of those free world kind of things.
Yeah.
Neat. And yeah, you just you go in there and you could find jobs. You could you could join a gang. You could run drugs. You could buy a certain car. You go into. You have to eat. You have to drink. So you have to go to, like, markets and stores and stuff to buy water and food and you could get a house or rent an apartment, whatever you could afford. It's just like, there's just so many different things in it. And I watched a couple people actually play this game on Twitch, and I was like, God, this looks like a lot of fucking fun. And I know it's going to be one of those games that if I did end up getting it, it's going to be the reason that I'm going to oversleep and be late for work, or I'm not going to be able to even have time to fucking sleep because I've been playing it way too long, because I'll get really too invested in it way too quick. But it just looks like a lot of fun. And I love Grand Theft Auto, but I just beat the story mode on Grand Theft Auto. And I went to go at least try playing the live world of Grand Theft Auto 5. But I can't do anything, because all the positions and shit in order to play the lives are, like, covered, or they're there's, like, no, like, positions available or some goofy shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. So this is a waste of my fucking time. But they have a bunch of people who are running this server, and so one of the things you got to do is, I know you didn't ask how to get at it, but I'm going to share with you anyways.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Mari was back. Is it Mari? Is it Mary or Mari?
I would think Mari, but
Mari. Okay, Joe, make sure you help me pay attention to that, because if she comes back a third time, I want to announce it as soon as she shows up, because I keep saying it as soon as she leaves. I want her to be acknowledged. And maybe that's what she's looking for. Maybe she's just looking for some acknowledgement.
Gotcha.
Like she wants to be like, hey, world, here I am. Nice.
I don't get to see when they leave. I just see when they join.
Excellent. Yeah, I get to see when they leave. This is my world. Anyway, so you have to do an application process to get into the server. They want to be as real to roleplay as possible, which they're not really as close to roleplay as possible, because it seems like every time a cop pulls somebody over in this server, it automatically turns into a police chase. And I'm sorry, I've seen people pulled over in life, over the course of my driving career, which is 16 years. I've never seen one person speed off from a traffic stop. So that's a little bit goofy, but a lot of these guys are content creators, so I guess they're just doing it to, like, build content in their own way. But you do an application, but you do an application for the character you're going in as. Name, year was born. Lightbright is here. Like, why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know. Did you have one growing up?
No, I feel like she was in one of our lives like a long time ago. Aloha, y'all. Not Aloha though, so I don't remember a light bright from what I'm assuming is Hawaii. What is it there? That's a is that a flower, a starry night, aloha, an alien face, y'all. I don't know what the hell is that. A
That's
zodiac
a
sign and a
Leo
mushroom?
symbol.
Are you just guessing, or do you actually know that's the Leo?
Oh, I actually know it's the Leo because it
Why
looks
is
like a
that?
sperm, and I'm a Leo, and I know that it
Oh,
looks like a sperm.
perfect, perfect. Lightbright had to have listened to one of our our recent, not a recent live, but one of our past lives because she's
And native Texan. Nice.
I do wait. I think I do remember her. Wait, maybe I don't know.
Let me know
Wait,
if I'm saying it wrong.
I wonder if Lightbright's the one that I asked about gun laws in Texas and she didn't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember because I actually listened to that episode a while back because I go back and listen to some of our episodes from time to time. And I remember somebody was like, "Yeah, I'm from Texas and I don't support gun laws." And I'm like, "Are you really from Texas though?" Like, I've been on Podbean for a long time. Hey, me too. This is year 6.5. Is it? No. Wait,
Oh,
five,
she likes her
six.
firearms, so it's a different person.
Okay, so this is a good one then. Perfect.
Or she's changed her mind and been radicalized.
Since then, well, it's Texas. I mean, come on now. If anyone's gonna fucking change your mind, is the fucking Texas.
Yeah, the state passing laws to threaten
Right.
people.
I've never been to Texas, but I would love to go to Texas because of dry heat. I don't know if there's anything in, and there's, and I want to talk about that in a minute, but I want to finish my thought. Oh, actually, first I gotta remember what my thought was.
You were talking about role playing GTA 5.
Yeah, but that's not the thought I was talking about. I was trying to figure out how long we've been on Podbean.
Oh, gotcha.
For some reason, I
Since the
can't.
start, how long have we been doing this?
Our very first episode was August of 2015. So it was it 7.5, 7.5 years?
Yep.
Excellent. 7.5 years. I switched my firearms out when I switched my purse out. Oh, fucking hero. It's like, oh, I got a bigger fucking gun, so now I need a bigger fucking purse. It's like she started out with like a clutch and like a switchblade. And then she upgraded to something that goes pew pew. I would love to go visit Texas. My overall goal, realistically, and I think I've mentioned this on the show, is like I want to go visit every single ballpark in MLB. There's 30 of them. Texas is fabulous. I hear it's lovely. But the problem is, for me, anyways, is that I don't have the ambition to travel as much as I think I should because there is so much to see in the world. But I don't know if it's like what's wrong. I want to say something's wrong with me. I really do because I don't get excited about seeing shit. Like somebody's like, oh, you need to come out to California and see the amazing redwoods that we have out here and everything. I was like, I got trees in my yard. Like, I don't know if a bigger tree is going to like inspire me to love life any more than I already do. Or, oh, you need to come out and come to Canada. We have beautiful winters. I was like, I know you don't.
Right. You can't trick me. I know what quote unquote beautiful winters look like. I'm from the Chicago area.
Right? See, Lightbright. I absolutely do not care about Lightbright. Real quick, can you just tell me your name? I'm gonna assume it's Brittany, but just for the hell of it. I absolutely do not care about seeing the Grand Canyon. Exactly. Like, oh cool, a fucking hole. I could drive down any highway in Illinois and see a fucking hole. That's a pothole joke.
I'm sorry, I was distracted thinking about I had a chance to go see the Grand Canyon recently, but I didn't take it.
Sadie Mae is my government. What's a government name? What do you mean by government name? Like, do you have a different name?
Like a social security name? Like,
I know, but like, what other names? Like, do you like?
Oh, you could have like a nickname that's not from the government. You could have Lightbright.
My name
Catholics,
on my
when they get confirmed, get a saint's name added.
Yeah. What'd you get? St. Joe?
I was never confirmed.
Why?
Because I didn't stick around in Catholicism long enough to do that.
Do you feel that if you got confirmed, you wouldn't have the career you have right now? That you would, be doing something that makes money?
Uh, there's a good chance that because I would still be Catholic, and so I wouldn't have become a priest.
Well, just because you'd be confirmed by Catholic, what's your career? Okay, so Lightbright like the show, so Lightbright. So you're a host of a show? Because I need to know that now. I really want to get to know Lightbright. Lightbright shared live show. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I
thank you.
appreciate that.
I'm a pastor at a church up here in Chicago.
Oh, that's right. She's asking you. She doesn't give a shit about me, which is fine. Um, but I mean, even if you went through confirmation and all that shit, you can still be like, you know what? I want to change religions. I mean, you look, bad in the eyes of the Catholic Church, but doesn't everyone look bad in the eyes of the Catholic Church?
That's where the Catholic guilt comes from, for sure.
Yeah, and until you ask for forgiveness, and then everything's cool.
Yeah. No, I don't think one of the reasons I chose not to be confirmed was because my faith was changing at the time. And so I think if I had been confirmed, I believe really strongly in committing to things. And so if I had been confirmed, I probably would still be Catholic.
You're very strong in committing to things, and yet you were supposed to be a pro wrestler named Cathal Boryu.
That's true.
Never saw that through there, Joe.
Was that a thing that was going to happen?
No, it could have. I still have a dream of owning my own independent wrestling company. But Lightbright, I really want to call you Sadie Mae because it does sound fucking hot. Sadie Mae. Anyways, Lightbright. I'm gonna call you Lightbright because that's what's coming up on here. I am a operations coordinator for a third-party petroleum contractor company based out of Chicago. Do with that what you will. That makes any sense whatsoever. But we also host this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe, you co-host the other podcast. Yep. I'm not Catholic, but I find rosary beads beautiful, and I enjoy wearing them. They are actually. I just picked up a set of rosary beads for my dad to give to my niece.
Nice.
Yeah, it's weird. Rosaries. Well, because my dad grew up Catholic. You wouldn't know because you wouldn't know because he's not a practicing Catholic. In fact, I don't want to assume, but I think out of you, me, and Maddie, no one else really cares too much about religion.
That seems
in our family. Like, I guess not care, but like no reason to practice.
Yeah, well, and it depends on what you mean by practice, but yeah. I don't think anybody else really goes to church.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Go to church. Yeah. I don't know of anyone who prays. I know.
I don't know if he does anymore, but Ryan used to be a pretty stalwart.
Oh, I'm talking about the immediate family that we have here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
don't even know how to be. I wouldn't even know how to begin to guess the cousins and the uncles and shit. Fair because your family seems like a very huge, but seems like a very not religious like type of people, but God believing people.
Yeah.
Like I don't see like Kevin going to church, but I could imagine that he would.
Yeah. He used to routinely. I actually don't think that like Jehovah's Witnesses come to their house anymore because he knew the Bible better than them and would scare them off with his knowledge.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with Oak Forest too. For some reason, Oak Forest seems like a very like churchy fucking town.
It does. What are my thoughts on things like tarot cards and Reiki? So very broadly speaking, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. If it adds value to your life and stuff, that's great. I also don't think that they do anything. I really just personally, I don't want to invalidate if they give you meaning, if you believe in them or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't affect my life if it makes your life better. It doesn't affect my life if it somehow makes your life worse. I'm indifferent to them for the most part. So I don't really think that they do anything. But I also don't like. I don't think it's bad if they help you do. It's not any different than like I think a lot of people, I'm trying to think of other things that like, so my mom, every time she sees a penny, if it's face down, she'll flip it heads up and she'll leave it. If it's heads up, she'll pick it up and be like, oh, my great grandma is visiting me today. That's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't do it for me personally, but like if that's something that like, you know, remembering your grandparents,
Yeah.
wonderful. You
Yep.
know, helping make decisions, helping you think, clarify what you want to do with different things in your life, also cool. You know, I don't,
Mhm.
you know, it's just not for me. Reiki, I'm a little bit more suspicious of, just because there doesn't seem to be a lot of scientific evidence that it does anything. You know, it's a lot hard, a lot with tarot cards. There's neither evidence for or against they're doing anything.
Mhm.
With Reiki, it seems to help people, and personally, I do feel energy moving through my body when people have done it, or when I've done other things that involve energy movement. But I don't know if it's in my head or if it's something that's actually happening. And so once again, if it helps you, cool. I'm probably not going to pursue it myself.
What is Reiki? Is that touchless massage?
I
It's
think
like
so.
you're using like the masseuse's like body energy to heat up like the
That's how I
area that
understand it. Yeah, help
I when
move through things that are hurting and
yeah,
the pains you need to let go of in your life.
there was from time to time I will leave a bunch of pennies heads up in the parking lot.
Oh,
See, I Light Bright, I'm very similar except I put them tails up. I want to challenge people. But that was back when I was a horrible monster. I didn't enjoy life. I'm like, why the hell should anyone else? But now I'm okay. Now I keep pennies because times are tough and inflation's a joke.
word.
There was
My gas bill was $165 last month.
I think mine was somewhere. Mine was I think a month ago was around $200,
Yeah,
$238,
yeah. 2 months
and
ago, it was even higher. Yeah.
yeah, and now I dropped my thermostat down to fucking 65, 68, and just slowly giving myself pneumonia as I fucking live. I've been thinking about actually swapping my bedroom around because I've been noticing during winter times, and I think a lot of it has to do with seasons. And who knows, maybe this kind of rolls into this tarot card Reiki thing. But different seasons I think give people different emotions. Is that correct? Like when like people are more like lull and down during like wintertime.
I
You ever
think
hear about
so.
that?
Yeah. Well, they call it seasonal affective disorder, which I think is a great acronym because mostly people are sad when
2 days
they have
ago it was
it.
almost 90. Oh, that's right, because you're in Texas. That's right. I was like, it wasn't fucking 90,
What is it
but
now? It was almost 92 days ago. What is it now?
it wasn't almost 90. What, here 2 days ago?
No, no, no. In Texas, in Texas.
Oh,
No, here like 2 days ago it was in the 50s though.
it's in the 40s. Yeah, I remember the first time I heard it in my lifetime, anyways. And I've only been around this world for 33 years, so I've seen a thing or two. But I remember the first time in high school, and I feel bad that I'm like all over the fucking place, but I really want to jump on these fucking topics as we're doing it.
Right?
Because Lightbright is pretty much just fucking running our show. If we had a
Perfect.
director or a producer like Lightbright, I think our shows would be more successful. Other than us like, hey Joe, how's it going? Good, cool. I remember sometime in high school, like it was either Tech. I want to say it was Texas. I know it was one of the southern states, but I'm like 90% sure it was Texas. Like they got like their first like snowfall in like decades, and they don't have salt trucks
Oh
and
wow.
shit like that because they have no reason to.
Oh right,
Uh,
yeah, they got no infrastructure for it.
people didn't have like winter coats and shit. Like, I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming you're like a child. 20, I'm gonna guess 26. I'm gonna go 25, 26. You don't gotta tell me because you're a lady and you don't have to do that. I'm totally adaptable and thrive in these situations. No need to apologize for bouncing around with the topics. Oh, see, that's what I need. I need somebody who's willing to forgive me and my stupidity. Um, so, anyways, so it's everyone was talking, especially at school. We're talking about your 3, 4. Oh, 34. I'm going to go 34. Are you 3 or 4? Or you're 34. Because if you say 3 or 4, I'm going to be like, yeah, she's definitely 3 or 4 because she doesn't really know yet. 34. Perfect. Excellent. We're the same age. So move to Illinois. I moved to Texas, but I'm pretty established where I'm at, and I'm a squatter. So,
Squatter.
plus, I don't feel like I should have anything good in life. Hence, why I live in Illinois. So, we kept talking about the snowfall in Texas and how people are like swerving off the road because they're not used to driving in snow, and people are freaking out because of the weather and how cold it is, and kids don't have snow jackets. And I'm like, holy fuck! Like, how bad
like
is
a half inch of snow shuts down the whole society?
It was like a quarter inch of snow, and it was still like 36 degrees out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sitting looking at it, I'm like, that ain't shit. Like, you want to stop crashing? Slow the fuck down.
Right. Well, like I remember when I was in high school, I lived basically across the street from the school, so this isn't like that big of a deal. But we had a day where the wind chill was -10, and I deliberately wore shorts, a t-shirt, and sandals to school, and I walked to school every day. So I was just like, you know what, this is who I'm going to be today.
Yeah, I mean, people like in Arizona and Texas again. I just God, I'm so bad.
Even Seattle, did you hear? And they're north of us even, but because they're on the coast, they get that that warm weather from the ocean. They got some snow, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, and there's a particular hill where that is just like there's so many videos of vehicles just sliding down the hill because people don't know how to drive up a hill in the snow out there.
Yeah. I realize also that people in Illinois still don't know how to drive in fucking snow.
It fucking makes me crazy. You've lived here your whole life. Why can't you drive in the snow?
It makes no sense. Because I don't know if you got any of this snowy weather up by you. But
not this round.
Yeah, so when I was leaving work, no snow, none whatsoever. It wasn't until I got south of I want to say it was probably like maybe like 8 miles south of I-80, which everything south of 80, there's always a disaster.
Right.
But I got south of 80, and that's when you started getting the rain and a little bit of snow and stuff. But when I got back into Peatone, it got snowy. I'm like, what the fuck? But by me, dry, not that bad down here, storm. But it's like I'm driving home and I see like 3 cars in the fucking ditch. And it's like, you guys know the storm is coming. Our phones pretty much notify us when storms are coming. And I'm assuming that you have been around for at least 5 years of driving to where you understand that, hey, there's a good chance you're going to have to drive more cautiously. But no, people are still going into fucking ditches. And I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't. How many topics have we talked about and I never completed my thought on? Oh, so you fill out an application on this Grand Theft Auto roleplay game, and you give like a character's name and like his background stuff. So I went with Waylon Walker. That's my guy, and that's because whenever I have children, light bright, I want 2 sons, and I'd love to name him Waylon. I'd love to name him Walker. Joe, are you still here? So respond, bro.
Well, sorry, I muted myself because you slowed down a lot, and the last time you slowed down a lot, you then sped up a lot after, and so I was hoping to maybe decrease the load on the stream by being muted.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I know you can't hear it because you're the one talking.
So
wait, naming your kid Waylon, I think.
So I have no qualms with those names because Waylon and Walker. Yeah, because I want 2 sons and a daughter, but my 2 sons I want to name Waylon. I want to name Walker.
Nice.
Because 2 reasons. First off, love those fucking names. Solid fucking names. Badass fucking names. Even not only that, because my last name starts with an S, I don't want their first names to start with an S because I believe because my name ends with an S and my last name starts with an S, it gave me that weird lisp thing, and I don't want to fucking deal with that. Gotcha. So I'm like, fuck it. Walker and Waylon. Badass fucking names.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I like them.
And Lightbright has no qualms with those fucking names. So this is establishing a relationship. This is how life works now. You don't need dating sites. You just need to fucking do a live stream. And I feel like we owe it to Lightbright to check out one of her live streams one day. Mm-hmm. Can the baby girl's name be Texas Ranger? Oh, God, fucking Talladega Nights. That's right. I forgot that that's a joke in that fucking movie.
You know, I've never seen that movie.
Talladega Nights.
Yep.
It's solid.
I've
It's
never had anything against it. I just haven't seen it.
I think you would enjoy it, but I think at the same time it may have. I don't know. How do you feel about Anchorman?
I liked Anchorman.
Could you watch Anchorman right now and enjoy it?
I think so.
Could you watch Step Brothers right now and enjoy it?
It's another movie I've never seen.
Okay. Well, if you could watch Anchorman, do me a favor. Go back and watch Anchorman. And if it holds up for you, you'll be fine with Talladega Nights and Step Brothers. It's the same humor.
Gotcha.
So, Step Brothers, yes. Step Brothers is a solid fucking movie. But it's also because of John C. Reilly. I think both of them together.
John C. Reilly is just awesome.
Just so fucking good.
I actually think, why can't I remember his name? The main guy.
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell. I think Will Ferrell's a little overrated. Not that he's not funny. I just think he's a little overrated.
Why would you say he's overrated though? Like he's not as funny as people make him out to be?
Yes, I think he's funny, but I don't think he's as funny as people make him out to be.
I think what the problem was, and I think it's just a certain group of people who is like obsessed with Will Ferrell, but that's because Will Ferrell is pumping out like 3 or 4 movies a year.
He was like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, and it's not, and they weren't, and they weren't all great. Like there was that one movie he did about ice skating with the guy who portrayed Napoleon Dynamite, Blades of Glory. Yeah, and so like movies like that, or Yard Sale, I think was one of them.
I've never even heard of that.
I'm not sure if it's called Yard Sale. I know it was something about like him getting kicked out of his house or some shit like that, and he like starts having a garage sale in the front yard.
I've never even heard of that's when you have made too many movies too quickly when you're down to making a movie about a yard sale.
Yeah. So
except for that one, there was a yard sale. Gosh, what was the name of that? I want to say it was in one of the south suburbs of Chicago. There was a yard sale where there was a guy who was dressed. It was a piece of performance art, and he was dressed like a demon. And he was on a microphone that I think it was called Price Master, is what he called himself. And anytime somebody came up and was like looking at an item to buy, he would tell them what the price is, and it was usually absurd. It would be like what's this fork cost? And he'd be like $1,000 or something like that. Very funny. It's really good video. But anyway, I would watch a movie about Price Master, is what I'm trying to say. I like absurdism.
But okay, so
anyway, so Walker and Waylon.
Well, let's talk about Price Master for a minute. Yeah. So he says a fork is $1,000. Then what happens? Somebody comes back and says, "I'll give you 80 cents." And he's like, "Sold."
No, he would then tell them the price was higher.
Interesting.
Yep. Denton. Oh, Texas. No, this was Texas, not Illinois. I don't know why I thought it was Illinois.
What?
On this day, so this was from February 10th. On this day, 22 years ago, a bunch of weirdos in Denton, including our buddy Rick, held a high-concept garage sale where all the prices were determined by a mysterious masked figure. Happy Price Master Day to those who celebrate.
That happened in Texas?
Can you hear this? Can you hear this?
No. I can hear you.
Yeah, but you can't hear the video.
No. Put it up to the mic.
I have the mic plugged into my iPad.
Oh, were you playing the video on your iPad?
Yeah, I was hoping it would Skype right through.
So this demon guy was from Texas?
Yeah, from Denver.
God, everything's great in Texas. Fucking the devil dude, Light Bright.
Right?
Man, fucking I don't know.
Anyways, it was very funny. Anyway,
so he filled out an application for this server, and I went with Waylon Walker. I went with my age, but you gotta give yourself a background story. Now, I would love to go in and be a cop in this game because I think they have the most fun, and I don't think I'd be a very good criminal. I really don't. I think I just get arrested all the time. So, but so I did here's my background story. I used to be a cop in a small town, and I lived there with my high school sweetheart. And we got married, and eventually she cheated on me, and it made me depressed, so I had to move, and all this stuff, and that's how I ended up in this place. Can you be a game warden?
In the back of that story.
When you say game warden, I'm not a tech savvy person, but you're talking about somebody who works in conservation. So like hunting and shit like that? Or do you want to like rule the gaming world?
I would
Because
assume hunting.
I'm assuming hunting too.
I'm just
And
saying, like,
if
can you be a game warden in Grand Theft Auto? That'd be neat.
the game warden has
Oh.
more authority and jurisdiction than any police, and yeah. So yeah, so in this server, they have three different main police uh groups. They got state police, county police, and city police, and then they also have detectives. They also have, I think it's like FBI, but I don't think it is FBI. But they also have wildlife. So I'm guessing game warden and wildlife police are the same thing in the game, but I'm not 100% sure. Because and that's the thing too is like when I watch the streams on Twitch and stuff like that, I don't I don't ask. I should, but because they have so many people watching and stuff, every time I ask something or say something in the chat, it just shoots up and it's fucking gone. So I can only learn about what I see, and from what I could tell is there's a lot of fucking people who like to rob banks in these games. And that's another thing, dude. The hostage situation and stuff in those games are weird. It's like you take somebody, you go into the bank, you start robbing it or the jewelry store or whatever, and then when the cops show up, it's like, "What are your demands?" And they're like, "We want free passage and no spikes." And the cops say, "Okay," and then as soon as they leave, they chase them and shit like that. And I'm like, I feel like I'd be the cop who'd be like, "I'm not giving you that. Kill the hostage. Let's move on." But they want to keep as real as possible. They want to be as realistic as possible. That's why, like, they have you do the application process because they want to see how creative your role play is. And I don't know if I'll get in trouble if I give anything. Well, it doesn't matter. If anyways, so there's a certain question that they ask you on the. No, I'm not gonna give it away because I really do want to get into this show, and if by chance somebody listens to this, I don't want to give it away. But they ask you like some goofy questions. Per example, I don't want to give away the exact verbiage of it. Is like you're walking down the street and you see, Grover sitting on the curb. What do you do? Stuff like that. So they want to see how creative you are because they want you to role play. They want you to have a great character, but they also want you to have great role play. And people have been denied, their applications. They just got to reapply and stuff like that. They want to make as many people in this community as possible, but they just want you to be creative when you do it. But when I get in, if I get in again, I don't know if I can justify buying a computer for that much. If I get in, you have to start as a civilian. So as I kept watching, as I kept playing, I kept thinking to myself, like, do I really, that'd be cool. Lightbright, we should join together. It'd be awesome. Joe, you should too. We could start our own little community. Like a bunch of hermits out in the fucking, out in Nowheresville. Start up one of those trailer park communities. But it's like you can only apply to be a cop if they have openings at the stations and stuff like that. And I think that's like a little few and far between. So when you get in, you have to just start out as a civilian. So I thought to myself, like, it'd be really cool to live a dream I've always wanted to that I never was able to do in real life because different career paths. But I would love to own an auto shop. And I know in this game, you could own businesses. There's a dispensary, there's a fast food place, there's a bar. Like people own businesses in this game. And they got a few shops that you could go into. And, just like in Grand Theft Auto, you pull your car in, it fixes it, you leave and shit like that.
Right.
But then there's shops that real people own that you go in, they have a mechanic work on the car. Like you don't see them like, actually wrenching, but they're pretending like they're underneath it doing something or in the hood doing something. And then the car gets fixed. But they don't have anything like that in the Bufu Egypt side of, the fucking game map, like out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I guess not out in the middle of nowhere, but it's like kind of on the outskirts of like a town. I was like, it'd be really cool if I could buy that abandoned gas station mechanic shop, open that up because you have to put gas in the cars in order to drive. It has to have gas and you have to fix your vehicles and stuff. So I was like, if I could do something like that and open my own business, maybe I don't even need to worry about being a cop in this game.
Yeah. That's cool.
It is cool,
There's
Joe.
also I'm trying to find the name of it. But there's actually, if you don't want to buy a computer, they have things now where you can basically, like, for, I forget the price. I think it's like $30 a month, which is like it's a lot of money. But you can basically you boot it up as an app on your desktop, and it
Yeah.
basically is you playing on the computer with the right specifications that you need to run the games you want to play. So it's like it's a cloud computer, and it runs on. You can run it on your phone if you wanted.
That
Cannot for the life of me find it.
actually sounds good. That does sound pretty fun, cool. But I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
so
like, what's nice is you can pause your subscription if like, oh, this month's going to be really busy.
Mhm.
Don't want to waste my money on it.
Well, my whole thing is because obviously we're working on the whole Freaknet Studios thing. Light Bright, here's gonna be some pluggage so you can check out some of our other amazing shit. Also, so you gotta let me know next time you do a live because I do want to go watch one of your lives to kind of pay it back. So I do appreciate you being on here. So you gotta let me know when you do a live next so I can come and watch and listen or whatever. Because we're doing this whole Freaknet thing, and I did send you last night that link to that gimbal.
Yes. I like the DJI Osmo 5.
That's the one I sent you.
I believe so.
I don't remember which one I sent you. I know it had some numbers and some letters, and I know
5. Sorry, not Osmo 5.
there was because Derek sent me a link because he said there are some gimbals that don't work with Android phones. Because I think we're going to do our next cemetery tour recording through the phone.
Yeah.
Just to see, because I'm assuming this camera, and I love the fact that we have an actual legit camera, but I don't want to go through the issues of the mic not working again because that was horrifying.
We do have an Instagram. I believe it's at This Freakin' Show.
How would I do that? Instagram. How do you do what?
Let us know when she's.
Oh. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram. I guess you go on Twitter. I don't know if people message on Twitter anymore.
They can, but I won't. I don't check ours. I don't know if you check it. I don't check it.
Facebook, for the hell of it, while I'm talking, because what the hell were we just talking about? How did I forget this? I really need to figure out what's wrong with my head because I don't remember shit. What were we just talking about? Gimbals. We're talking about gimbals.
Yes.
If you're okay, so Derek again send me recommendations for all this tech equipment and shit, and he sent me this link to gimbals, and you had to find like select ones because certain ones don't work with Android phones and shit like that. And as I was reading, I found one that said in the article compatible with Android. It's like fucking perfect, and it's easy to what the hell is it? It's easy to operate or something like that.
Yeah.
Sure. Tech is, you don't have to be an IT guy to figure it out. So I was like, I'll go look at that one. So I pulled that one up and I'm scrolling through. I found it on Amazon and I was like, okay, well, maybe this is it. And it was like $109 or something on Amazon. I was like, okay, perfect. And then as I was scrolling down to look at the specs and everything, I saw that there's a newer model of it. I was okay, well, let me go look at the newer model, just see what it is. And I think that was the one I sent you.
The OM6 is the newer one.
What? There's a newer one than the one I sent you?
I believe so.
Fucking technology.
There's new ones all the time.
Well, see, because what? Oh shit! Fucking somehow Twitter just randomly opened up for me. Fine, phone. I guess I'll look at Twitter first. Let's see. Last message I had on Twitter, December 6th, 2022, from the creator of Preacher 6 Independent. Hello, my friend. In the spirit of independent films, would you be so kind to pitch in $5 or $10 to a fundraiser campaign to help me finish Preacher 6? COVID will not win. We are bringing the VFX reinforcements and everything helps. GoFundMe. By the way, this is actually Kyle Hester. I am not a bot.
How long ago was that?
Last December.
Oh, okay. So not that long.
No.
Wait, when you say last December, do you mean 22 or do you mean 21?
Yeah, so there's a December coming up, and a
Right.
December that just happened, the second one.
Okay.
I guess technically the last time I was on Twitter, which actually, thank God, I do look at from time to time. The last time I guess I really looked at Twitter messages were back in October when we had James Dermond on.
Oh, yeah. I got
because James still uses Twitter. I mean, I guess a lot of people use Twitter and shit.
I still use Twitter. I love Twitter.
But
I'll never leave.
The last time I think we talked to Kyle Hester's, I think was Zombie with a Shotgun stuff, right?
Oh, was he Zombie with a Shotgun?
I think he was one of the guys. I don't know. He does message us a lot looking for money. Huh. Yeah.
All right. I don't remember Preacher 6 at all.
The new one probably came out like yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightbright followed us on Instagram. Yeah.
I've been sending links in the chat.
Well, thank you for that, Joe. Yeah, what would you link? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? What about the YouTube?
I linked.
Did you link to YouTube?
I should link YouTube. That's good.
You should. Dude, we keep growing on fucking YouTube. Yeah. I'm not sure because I know I like to just send you numbers and updates and shit like that as it happens. So I'm not sure what has changed since the last time. I sent you like a hey, look what's going on here and everything. But we hit 152 subscribers on YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Right? I'm excited for it.
That's 8 times what I have for my church.
And I don't know why. I still can't figure out for the life of me why Moon Point is our most popular cemetery video. Like out of all of them, I don't know why Moon Point is the most watched, but we hit over 5,000 views on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, I'm happy for it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't understand why that one is the number one most watched video, and number 2 is the Lithuanian small church that we had to drive into a ditch to park, and it was right behind somebody's house.
Right.
That one's at 1.3 thousand views, so it's like nearly a 2,500 view jump.
Dang. Yeah.
Just to get to the next, or 3.5, just to get to the next view. And I'm like, why? What is it about this one video? I don't know what it is. I'm happy about it.
Right.
Our diet vlog that we did a couple weeks ago to kind of talk about our journey through dieting. 5 views.
Weird.
So no one gives a shit about our health. They just care about us showing them cemeteries.
Yeah. Only 25 views on the Portillo's ranking.
Yeah.
And they don't care that we eat shit food either.
I don't care about. We are going to eat. we are definitely going to eat more shit food.
359 views on all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, because we did Indiana last year. Whew.
What about Indiana last year?
I'm losing it too, man. I was looking at for whatever reason I had talked myself in my head into the idea that we did Illinois cemeteries last year.
No, we definitely did not.
But only right now in this moment when I saw Aurora, Illinois 2 years ago. And really what it comes down to is, how was that 2 years ago? Why is time so fast?
Wait, did we do a cemetery in Aurora last in Illinois?
Not all of that.
Oh God, I didn't realize that was a long fucking day. Well, I mean, these are long days that we do these on. Because I think the Illinois one we did in one day, that was about 12 hours. And then last year's we did 2 12-hour days. Yeah. And we only did like 4 more or 3, was it 5 more cemeteries?
Something like that.
Yeah, but we did travel the entire state of Illinois. Oh, I guess not the entire state of Indiana, but anywhere from the northern point down to Indianapolis. Yeah. I don't know what. Okay, so the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 Smart Gimbal. So, Joe, I'm going to leave it up to you. It's going to be your decision. What the hell? $215 for what?
It has a selfie stick on it.
Yeah, but the 5 also has a selfie stick on it.
Oh, does it? I didn't see that. But
Yeah,
I believe you.
so when you watch the video, it shows the features and everything, and it has an extended stick out.
Oh, gotcha.
So here, this is what we could do. We could buy the 6 for $215, or we could buy the 5 for $129.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to get the 6 over the 5.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing too. It's like
ads.
Yeah, because what I want to do is I want to buy that, but I want to buy the 3-year coverage plan for it. That's $22. So at least for the next 3 years, that's covered.
Gotcha.
So if you're okay with that, I'm going to place the order for it.